But one thing I am emphasizing is that we must take our duties and jobs very seriously. We cannot undermine ourselves. We cannot destroy our own wealth. We cannot just demand things without working for them. You are key. You are knowledgeable. You are better educated than our generations. And therefore, do also things that are better than what our generation ever did in terms of energy, in terms of water, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of even our own lifestyle. You think having a window lager every afternoon is a lifestyle? No. You think having a cigarette and other things to smoke is, please, you are too valuable to destroy yourself.
President Mbumba also acknowledged the operations of the ministry as imperative, noting the sectoral contributions to Namibia's gross domestic product. Mining alone accounts for about 12% of the GDP, with royalty contributions of $6.8 billion in 2023. Dr. Mbumba says the discovery of new and strategic mineral resources require skills just as much, especially in light of calls for Namibia to increase its share of ownership.
So we are dealing with all the things we need. And those of you who are close to people who are still attending universities, they must really study difficult things. It is not enough just to learn the easier things. To get minerals out of the ground is not a joke. To get petroleum out of the ground, which is under the sea, is not a joke. It demands the really people who think and people who are determined. So we are talking about, we want a bigger share of our resources. Yes, you want bigger shares. The resources are yours, but you will only benefit once it's out of the ground. So unless you have enough people of your own citizens who are involved in those programs and projects, and mining and digging and processing, your share will definitely be small. Even if you said your share is 30% or 50% or even 70%, unless your own people are involved, your resource, because still other people who are going to come and do it for you, you pay them. You pay their accommodation, you pay their transportation, you pay for their family to attend schools, you pay for them if they get sick. So this thing is a very, very complicated thing, and it needs us to think twice before we just demand.
Last year, Namibia announced the ban on the export of unprocessed critical minerals such as lithium, with the aim to encourage value addition locally, following the signing of Memorandum of Understanding with the European Union. Minister Tom Alwendo says the implementation of this decision is taking effect, and over time, more minerals will be added to the banned list.
And that decision was taken last year in July. And that's what we are now starting to implement. And obviously, as we go on, we also just have to look at all the minerals to say which ones can we actually add value to, because not all of them can be value added in the country. It depends on the volume of what you have. Because for you to build a processing plant, you need to have a certain amount of minerals. Otherwise, it will not make financial viable. And therefore, we continue to assess which ones can we add to the list to what must be evaluated before they're exported.
Blanche Koreses, NBC News, Windhoek.